Hair is the makeup for men. So if you truly want to look your best, then you have to stop being so lazy when it comes to your hair. Now don't let that intimidate you, because this can still be very low maintenance, which means just because it doesn't require a lot of work, you could still look way better than most guys this summer. So here's my new low maintenance wavy hairstyle for summer of 2024. Let's start off with the haircut. There's plenty of different names for this. I guess the most straightforward one is a textured fringe. This essentially just means that your hair is going forward and you want it choppy on top. Now, since my hair is naturally wavy, it gives me a textured, wavy, or curly kind of hair on top. And of course, you could emphasize this with the right products, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Now, the most common thing is to go short for the summer, just because you don't want to constantly be sweating through the summer, and longer hair gets pretty annoying when you're sweating. However, and that's exactly why buzz cuts are so popular this time of year. But being completely honest, there is no way that I look good in a buzz cut. The most obvious reason why, because my ears poke out too much, and therefore I'm gonna look like an elf if I try a buzz cut. So for the summer, I'm going to have the sides a little bit shorter. Now there's two ways you can go about this. You can get a low taper, which I've always been a big fan of, but as of lately, I've been preferring more scissor cuts. And if you're getting a scissor cut, still ask for the sides to be tapered down. This way your head doesn't look like you're shaped in Minecraft, which is a huge issue I see quite often. And on the top, ask for layers and ask for it to be medium length. If your hair is anything like mine, the longer it is, the more curly and wavy it becomes, but you need to find a balance. I notice if I cut it too short on top, it's gonna be straight, and if I don't cut it enough, then my hair is gonna look really shaggy. Now, of course, when it comes to your haircuts, it's all trial and error. You should definitely try out a bunch of different people to see who gives you the best haircut, and you could always ask for slight modifications. Again, whether it's a low taper or slight scissor cuts, whatever you think is gonna look best for you. And now for my favorite part, which is the hairstyle, which comes incredibly easy if you have the right hair products. And the right hair products for this hairstyle is from today's video sponsor, Bloom-On. Now, I use two products from Bloom-On, but I have to say the one product that's made the world of a difference is Bloom-On's Rebound Curl Cream. This is the perfect pre-styler. It's going to emphasize your natural curly or wavy hair. Of course, the curlier hair that you have, the better. But for me, since I have slight waves, this just brings it out 10 times better. And it's crazy because most guys I talk to don't even know what pre-styling is. Using a pre-styling hair product is going to elevate your hairstyle. You're just adding product to your damp hair before blow drying. That's going to help you add volume, definition, and texture to your hair once you're done. So while my hair is still damp, I add a small amount of the Rebound Curl Cream. It makes my hair less frizzy and helps me emphasize the waves that my hair already has. And just like any other Bloom-On product, when you're styling your hair with these products, not only is it gonna make you look better, but it's also nourishing your hair to make sure that your hair is staying healthy. Because like I've said plenty of times before, you cannot have a good hairstyle if your hair is unhealthy or damaged. Now, once I'm done applying this one, I move on to blow drying it. And if you want to bring out curls and waves, the best thing you could use is a blow dryer with a diffuser. This is also going to enhance and lock in your curls or waves. This is also where I use one of my other favorite products, which is Cloud Control. This makes sure that even though I'm using a blow dryer, I'm not drying out my hair, because this helps me hydrate my hair. Because sometimes when I'm using a blow dryer, it could dry out my hair. And if you don't know the way curls work, you need moisture to lock in your curls. To lock everything in place, I also use a little bit of the Cavalier Heavy Clay. This makes sure that my hair doesn't move around too much or loses its form, which is essentially the post styler. So if you've ever struggled with having your hair look good for the first few hours, and then throughout the day, it slowly loses its shape, that just means you need a better post styler. And again, the Cavalier Heavy Clay is my favorite. And from here, my hair is going to be slightly damp, and I'll just let it naturally dry out from here, which means this hairstyle takes less than 5 minutes. So it's completely low maintenance. And because we're using Bloom-On hair products, not only does my hair look so much better, but it's also healthy and hydrated. So if you want to try out this hairstyle for yourself and use the same products that I did, you could use the first link in the description and use code Aaron for 10% off. So now you have the haircut and the hairstyle. But like I mentioned earlier, your hair is not going to look as good as it can if you are not properly taking care of your hair. So here are a few hair care tips that has completely changed my life. Of course, the first thing just goes without mentioning is using better hair products. When I first started to work on my hairstyle, I used to think that any hair products were better than none. That is not always the case, because if you are using cheap hair products that you can find at any drugstore, you could be damaging your hair with these hair products that have harmful ingredients. So invest a little bit more money into your hairstyling products and also your hair cleaning products, which means you need a better shampoo and conditioner. Now, the more natural, the better. And I'm not going to name any names, but there are plenty of brands out there that promise to get rid of dandruff, to make your hair healthier, but never do that. And we could probably both guess which brands I'm talking about. And when I shampoo 2 to 3 times a week, because one common mistake that every guy makes is shampooing way too much. When you do this, you are going to be stripping out the oils, which is going to leave your hair frizzy and dry all the time. And speaking of which, like I mentioned earlier, when you have curly and wavy hair, you need your hair to be moisturized. So if you are constantly stripping the oil out, you are not going to have your hair as moisturized as it needs to be, and therefore you are losing out on a lot of curls and texture by shampooing way too much. But despite that, I do condition pretty much every single day, and the right conditioners are going to make sure that your hair does stay hydrated. And one question that I always get about this kind of hairstyle is, what do I do if I have straight hair? So here are a few options if you want to switch up your hairstyle with straight hair. The first thing that's worth considering is getting a perm. If you really want to go for a similar hairstyle, there is no amount of curling hair products that is going to change the form of your hair if you have naturally straight hair. The only thing that's going to change it is a perm. So it's worth considering if you wanted to try it. However, you can still get a textured fringe with straight hair. The only thing you're going to have to swap out is the curling hair products to texturizing hair products. So hair powders or sea salt spray. Now, like I said, for the summer, you just want to make sure that you're keeping things low maintenance and as easy as possible. And I truly think this hairstyle does exactly that. And now the next thing you need to focus on is elevating your style this season. And if you want to know how to properly do that for the summer, here's a video that's going to show you exactly that.